If you don't wake up in the middle of the night worried about how much money your business isn't making, then you're not really in business. In this episode, we are going to be talking about the one overarching idea and concept on why your business fails before it even begins, and the 3 ways that it manifests itself the most. Welcome to Jonathan K. Let's dive right into this tutorial. This is something that I feel is I'm very passionate about, and so if I get a little animated or if I get a little excited, you'll know why. But in my 21 years of business experience, I have really seen entrepreneurs fail for 3 main reasons before their business even begins. And these 3 things I really would like to just go over in detail with you today. And I don't know how long this vlog is going to be, but I feel like it will be worthwhile. And if any one of these tips ring true to you, then maybe we should sit down and talk about it. Number 1, most of the time, entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, inexperienced entrepreneurs don't fully comprehend that they are the boss. Just let me explain. What I mean by that is employee-minded individuals are programmed and trained and taught to wait for somebody else to give them the vision, to give them the strategy, to give them a direction. It's not their job to create those things. A lot of times employees go to their bosses and say, hey, look what I've created, or I got a great new idea, or maybe we should try something new. And their bosses are just like, whoa, pump your brakes, cowboy. Let's just keep going on this system. Let's do this. Let's kind of not rock the boat. And so as an employee, we are constantly taught that it is not our place to create, to strategize, or to have a vision for our positions, but to just merely execute somebody else's strategy. Obviously, conversely, as an entrepreneur, we are creating the strategy. We are creating the vision. We are creating the steps necessary on what needs to be done. We are content creators as entrepreneurs. And so if you find yourself in your business sitting around and waiting to be told exactly what to do, where the next step needs to come from, how and what 1, step 2, step 3, how you need to execute, when you need to execute, what exactly do you need to say, there's a good chance that you are still functioning as an employee-minded individual and you haven't made the shift to an entrepreneur. And so if you're not finding the success that you're looking for in your home-based opportunity, in your home-based business, or any business for that matter, the first question you have to ask yourself is, am I waiting around to be told what to do? Am I waiting around for someone to come and save me in my business? Or am I envisioning X, Y, and Z? Have I created a world for me that I am excited about, that I am going to go and get, and that I am going to make a reality? Do I understand the product that I sell and the potential that it has and where it can be and where it can go? Do I understand those things? And do I understand that I'm the only one that is in charge of my vision and the execution of my vision? There's nobody here to tell me what to do. If you're thinking like that, then this is an area where you have perhaps made the shift. But there's a good chance that so many of you watching this video today have not officially started thinking like an entrepreneur in this area. The problem that you're facing right now is if you are waiting around to be told what to do, well, like I said before, you're the boss. So if you're waiting around for your boss to tell you what to do, you're essentially just waiting for yourself to tell yourself what to do. And that is a doom loop cycle that perpetuates into frustration and failure and eventually quitting your home-based opportunity. So that's number 1. Number 2, there's a concept called internal locus of control and external locus of control. I have some great books and some great links from Mel Robbins, who talks a lot about this, and I'll link them below in the profile. But what we're talking about here is an internal locus of control means that I believe that I control my outcome, that I control my life, that I believe that I can control this. And this is how entrepreneurs think. Employees, on the other hand, have an exterior locus of control or believe that they are a victim or have other things acted upon them. That I can't control how many people come to my meetings. I can't control how many people say yes to my opportunities. I can't control how many people want to buy my product or don't want to buy my product. I can't control what other people say about my business. I can't control. And so I am stuck. What can I do? I can't control any of this. See, that's how an employee feels. An employee feels like they're not in control. Somebody else is. And it's their job to just go with the flow and allow whatever happens to happen. An entrepreneur has an internal locus of control, like I said before. And what that means is they really believe, or you really believe, that you can control what's going on. Like, for example, some people might say, I can't control how many people come to my home for an in-home presentation. I can't control how many people watch my Facebook account or my Facebook live events. I can't control how many people do X, Y, and Z. An entrepreneur says, you know what? I may not be able to fully control that, but I can control how many people I invite. I can control the attrition rates that kind of come. I can start to begin to control how many people I talk to, and I can start creating expectation and results of things that I can control. I am going to force and make and will this to happen because I need this to happen. Because they're worried about the result that's going to happen. And so they realize that if it's up to them, or it's going to be, it's up to them. And they're going to make this a reality. And so that's kind of another major difference between an employee-minded individual and an entrepreneur-minded individual. One has a very much a victim mentality where they believe that they are out of control and everything just kind of happens. Whereas an entrepreneur believes that they're fully in control and that they are going to will, force, make, or work for a desired result to happen. Now, if you find yourself in one of those two camps, or maybe this is kind of speaking to you in one way or the other, you might want to consider which camp that you're in and if you have fully made the shift. Now, I'm not saying shift from employee to an entrepreneur is easy, and I'm not saying it is simple and it's going to happen overnight, but it is a necessary shift that has to take place in order to actually begin to see the success that you're fully capable of seeing. Now, we'll have some other videos about this going on later on in the channel, but the third one that I want to talk about, and just to kind of keep this as brief as possible, the third one that I want to talk about is, in my mind, one of the most important of all because it really defies a myth. It's called the concept of truth. An employee-minded individual has or is dictated to them what is truth. An entrepreneur-minded individual creates truth and tells people what is true. I don't know if that's confusing, but there's a very stark difference between those two concepts. One is told what is true, and one creates what is true. Now let me start with the employee. As an employee or as an individual that works for somebody else, we're told what is true. We're told, the product will do this. This will happen here. This will make this happen. This is what we'll do. This is the process. This is how we're going to find success, and this is what we're going to do to be successful. As an entrepreneur, you tell people what is true. Now, you might be sitting to yourself and saying, John, what kind of BS is this? Truth is truth. Fact is fact. You can't tell people what's true. You can't make up truth. The fact of the matter is, in today's world, you can. In today's world, there are no rules. There is no real stark truth. Think about it for a second. We once thought truth was the world is flat. Now we know that the world is round. Somebody defined an alternate truth. We once thought that we knew everything that there was about the creatures in the ocean. Somebody defined truth that we didn't. And now, boom, it is there. All great inventions, all great things that have begun to shape and mold how we think and our culture and our creation has all been redefined truth, or truth that was defined by other people and then backed up through action and through creation and hard work. That is what entrepreneurs do. They create the reality. They create their truth. and they go out and they sell their truth. That's what positive affirmations are. That's what vision statements are. That's what vision boards are. That's what these positive things that we tell ourselves, they are just truths that we are trying to will to become reality. And that's what an entrepreneur will do. And so if you are sitting right now listening to this video and you're thinking, gosh, am I told what's being true and I'm just regurgitating truth to other people? Or am I defining truth? Truth meaning I'm going to be a millionaire in 9 months. I am going to earn 5 figures in this. I'm going to have financial freedom in this period of time. My product is going to be reached in every household in this city. My opportunity is going to be heard by X amount of people. These are truths, you know, because as an employee, we're being told your product is not going to taste very good or not going to do what it says it's going to do. It's not going to feel as good on your skin. You're not going to make a lot of money. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to go on these trips. You're going to have debt just like everybody else. You're going to sit there and actually rack up your credit card debt and blah, blah, blah. These are truths that are being told to us that we are either believing or using them to define us. That's what an employee does. Cut that umbilical cord. Shift over into the truth that you create. I'm going to be financially free. I'm going to be credit card debt free. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to help X amount of people. I'm going to move into a nicer house. I'm going to drive a nicer car. I'm going to have all my bills paid. I am going to make sure that my grandkids have college tuitions. I'm going to make sure blah, blah, blah. My product is going to be amazing and everybody's going to love the taste of my product. Everybody's going to love this opportunity. I'm going to find X amount of people and help 500 people become financially free. These are truths that as an entrepreneur, you create and you bring to reality, combined with you being the boss. Myth number 1, you're the boss. Nobody else is the boss. You're the boss. You can't wait around to be told what to do. You have to take action and you have to execute a vision that you have. 1. 2, you have to remember that you're in control. You're not a victim. You're an entrepreneur. You can will things to happen. You can make things to happen. You can calculate how to make things happen. And you can push and you can grow and you can define your reality, which is step number 3, or myth number 3, should I say. The fact that you create truth and you create what is true and you market what your truth is and you push and you grow until that truth becomes an irrefutable reality. So with that, that's the 3 things that are holding people back. Those are the 3 reasons why people haven't made the shift from an employee-minded individual to an entrepreneur-minded individual, which is the number 1 reason why people fail their entrepreneur opportunities even before they begin. So with that, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below if there's some content that you'd like to hear. If there's an idea or a training tip that you'd like to hear more of, leave it in the comment below. Please like if you want to, or dislike if you don't like to. And if you're going to dislike, at least tell me why you're disliking it so I can create better content and better opportunities for you guys. Again, smash that subscribe. Let's grow this community, and I will see you. Hey. Don't stop the video yet, because I'm going to see you the next time around. Bye.